Welcome to a journey through the hidden gems of Amish gardening. Today we're diving into 50 secrets that the modern world has largely overlooked. When I first started studying Amish gardening traditions, I didn't realize just how much wisdom was hidden in their quiet way of tending the land. Over time I began noticing that their gardens thrive without the endless reliance on chemical fertilizers, loud machines, or overcomplicated hacks. Instead, they lean on generations of observation, patience, and practices rooted in respect for the soil. In today's world of quick fixes, the Amish remind us that the best gardening secrets aren't flashy, they're timeless. And in this article, I'll walk you through 50 Amish gardening secrets I've uncovered. Secrets that can change the way you grow, feed, and harvest from your garden. Whether you're a beginner trying to raise your first tomato, or a seasoned gardener with soil under your nails, these insights will make you see gardening in a new light. Start with the soil, not the seeds. Amish gardeners believe soil is a living foundation. They never just plant, instead they prepare the ground with compost, aged manure, and crop rotations that build fertility year after year. Use what you have. Instead of buying store-bought amendments, the Amish recycle everything. Ashes from wood stoves, animal bedding, and food scraps, all turned into nutrient-rich soil boosters. Save every seed. Seed saving isn't just a tradition, it's a necessity. They carefully dry, label, and store seeds season after season, ensuring their crops adapt to their specific soil and climate. Mulch like it matters. Thick layers of straw, leaves, or grass clippings protect soil from heat, retain water, and slowly release nutrients. Amish gardens always wear a mulch blanket. Compost is king. Every household has a compost pile. Kitchen scraps, manure, and plant waste all go back to the earth. Nothing is wasted. Raised beds without lumber. Instead of building with boards, Amish gardeners mound up soil into natural raised beds that drain well and warm quickly in spring. Rotate religiously. Crops rarely grow in the same place 2 years in a row. Rotations break pest cycles and keep soil nutrients balanced. Companion planting for pest control. Beans near corn, onions near carrots, basil near tomatoes. Plants protect each other naturally, reducing the need for pesticides. Natural pest sprays. Herbal teas made from garlic, onions, or hot peppers keep pests at bay. Sometimes simplicity beats synthetic sprays. Chickens as pest patrol. Chickens scratch through the garden after harvest, eating bugs, weeds, and seeds while leaving behind rich manure. Horses for fertility. Manure from horses isn't just waste, it's a cornerstone of Amish soil fertility, aged until it becomes black gold. No-till wisdom. While they plow fields with horses, small gardens are often worked by hand. Disturbing the soil less helps preserve its natural structure and microbes. Stagger planting for continuous harvests. Instead of planting everything at once, they stagger crops like lettuce and beans every few weeks to keep fresh food coming all season. Homemade trellises. Instead of store-bought cages, they weave branches, saplings, or wires into sturdy trellises for beans, peas, and cucumbers. Vine crops on fences. Pumpkins, squash, and melons often climb fences, saving space and protecting fruits from ground rot. Herbs in every garden. Amish gardens always include herbs, basil, dill, thyme, and medicinal plants like echinacea and comfrey, canning for year-round abundance. Harvest doesn't end in fall. They preserve tomatoes, beans, pickles, and more in mason jars, stretching the garden into winter. Root cellars still work. Instead of fridges, root crops like potatoes, carrots, and beets are stored in cool, dark cellars for months. Rainwater collection. Barrels near barns and houses collect rainwater, reducing reliance on wells and keeping water naturally soft for plants. Gray water reuse. Water from washing is sometimes diverted to gardens. Waste not, want not. Planting by the moon. Many Amish plant according to moon phases, believing certain crops thrive better when planted during waxing or waning moons. Heirloom varieties rule. Instead of modern hybrids, they stick with heirlooms that are hardy, flavorful, and seed-stable. Quiet weeding. Instead of relying on sprays, Amish gardeners spend time hand weeding. It's quiet, meditative, and effective. Livestock integration. Animals and gardens aren't separate. They feed each other in a closed loop of fertility and food. Patience over chemicals. If crops take longer to grow naturally, that's fine. No rush, no chemical shortcuts. Row covers for early starts. Simple fabric or burlap row covers protect young plants from frost and pests. Crop diversity prevents failure. They don't put all their hope in one crop. Dozens of varieties mean even if one fails, the garden thrives. Homemade tools last longer. Hand-forged hoes, wooden handles, and simple tools often outlast modern plastic gadgets. Garden walks every day. Observation is key. They walk their gardens daily, spotting problems before they spread. Preserve the pollinators. Flowers and herbs are left blooming to feed bees, butterflies, and beneficial insects. Thick mulch, cover crops, and smothering with cardboard keep weeds from taking over. Rye, clover, and vetch cover the soil in winter, adding organic matter and preventing erosion. Simple teas made from comfrey, nettles, or manure provide nutrient-rich liquid feeds. Sometimes scraps are buried right into trenches in the garden, feeding soil life instantly. Seeds sprout in sunny windows, cold frames, or homemade hotbeds warmed by decomposing manure. Amish gardeners learn from each other, passing down tips instead of relying on books or the internet. Long straight rows make cultivation and harvest easier by hand or with horse-drawn tools. They trust natural cycles, allowing some pests or weeds to exist without panic. Kids help from a young age, learning responsibility and observation through hands-on work. Unlike ornamental-focused gardens, Amish gardens are about nourishment, though beauty always follows. Old hay, bedding, and manure are composted into nutrient-rich material for fields and gardens. They plan gardens where crops receive maximum sunlight, carefully rotating shade-loving plants. Wooden fences and hedgerows keep animals out and double as trellises or windbreaks. Instead of sprinklers, they water by hand or with simple hoses, giving each plant attention. They don't force plants to grow out of season. Gardening follows the natural calendar. Honeybees not only give honey but also ensure healthy pollination of crops. Excess food is shared with neighbors, strengthening community bonds. No gadgets, no endless shopping trips, just soil, seeds, and steady work. They view land as a gift to be stewarded, not exploited. Every choice reflects that. For the Amish, gardening isn't a hobby, it's survival, culture, and spirituality all wrapped into one. When I walk through an Amish garden, I see more than vegetables and herbs. I see centuries of wisdom and practice. These 50 gardening secrets are not really secrets at all, but lessons the modern world has forgotten in its rush toward convenience. They remind us that patience, observation, and simplicity are often the best tools in the garden. If you're inspired by these timeless methods, I encourage you to try just one or two in your own garden this season. Start small, mulch more deeply, save your seeds, or build your own compost pile. Little by little, your garden will begin to thrive in ways you never imagined. And if you found this article helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Soil Sage Chronicles on YouTube for more deep dives into traditional gardening wisdom. Share this with a fellow gardener who needs a little inspiration, and together, let's keep these age-old practices alive for future generations. Soil Sage Chronicles.